But if you would first give us a little quick intro about Festo globally, a short one, and yourself as well, and then talk more about Festo in Lithuania.
Hello, Tom. Hello, audience. Yes, usually when somebody asks me at all about Festo, I starting from this, that last year we celebrated 100 year globally as Festo company, and we still are family-owned company. It's good because we have long history, long stability, and very good quality product for industry automation and pneumatic. On the other hand, when you are with long history, big organization, you are big ship and not easy to manage both for changes. And then what comes to Festo Lithuania, next year is going to be that we operate as 35 year, started from sale, and already more than 20 years we are as internal business services company, and we are the second oldest business service center in Lithuania.
Wow, and you're not in Vilnius, you're in Kaunas, right?
We are not in Vilnius, we are in Kaunas, and I know that in the Lithuania market we are largest one of the largest center from functional and services what we provide.
Yes. Okay. Great. So those services you mentioned, before this we spoke for a few minutes. You said you have 4 centers around the world. Tell us about the global footprint of your delivery centers of Festo, and then tell us more about the operations in Vilnius. What services you're delivering?
In Kaunas, Thomas, in Kaunas.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's okay. So starting from us, we work in area. We have IT services. They are part of global IT, and it's the second largest department after Germany. With this, then we have engineering services. We have finance services. We have supply chain, order management, marketing support, business assistance services. I think it's large group in Lithuania what we have. Then we have, of course, DPC, document processing center, and we have HR support services of this in Lithuania. Global and Festo, we are 4 centers. It's in Mexico, Europe, we are in Kaunas, then India and China. And Lithuanian center, it's oldest one and biggest one. And we have about 600 employees.
That's big. So you must be one of the biggest GBSs in Lithuania, I would think, right?
Yes, we are one of the biggest and one of the oldest one.
Okay, great. And a true multifunctional, doing lots of different things across the center, right? So talk to us a bit about other things you're doing in terms of we've been discussing GBS factors influencing GBS sector. Of course, automation, AI comes up all the time. But tell us a bit more about what's going on in the most important part of Festo and services you're looking at, things you're looking to change, transformation issues. Just give us a bit of a granular look at Festo in Kaunas.
Yeah, it's last few years we work not only in our service, but overall we work on cost efficiency. Cost optimization, efficiency, it's not only buzzword, but it's real actions what needs to be done to be more light, I would say, or that you can compete in the market. So, and then we started a few years ago talking about Lithuania, that, okay, what is our future? How we see us on this. And we started to hear that Lithuania, it's too expensive to provide services, It's, it's overall big challenge to Lithuanian market. And then we started to discuss about this. Okay, if we are too expensive for simple services, what we can do more? Then we started to change our vision of this, that we want to be a strategic partner for our business partners, colleagues, and to work on solution, on process efficiency, on process standardization, find area where we can create this efficiency to reduce waste and save hours, what we are doing. And then we understood that looking for the future, that Lithuania Center, then a few years ago, we all know that we started compete with India, for
Sure.
cheaper workforce.
Same across the whole region, right? Everyone's got the same issues. Yeah.
It's everywhere. But then we said, we do not want to compete. Let's collaborate. And this was a shift for collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have a global business services footprint where all centers, we're working on new structure, new governance, and we started from service catalog and service portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
And we merge all services among all centers. And now we're working on this to answer it, where we see that important to do in Lithuania, important to do in Mexico, in India, and China, how to split those services.
Mm.
And I still do not have results because I'm part of the team, but it's in the progress. Then maybe next year I can share with results findings.
Mm-hmm.
But then we come back to Lithuania and we say, okay, we should raise question where we create the biggest value for the business, where we create. How to find those key indicators, not performance indicators, but value creation indicators.
So KPI, maybe KPI now it's going to be VCI, I guess you can come up with.
Maybe
Yeah.
this, but to answer what it's beneficial for company, not Lithuania, but for Festo globally, to continue Lithuania, what not. And we answered to us that nevertheless, that we started as classical shared service, we see us more working as competence center area. I mean, taking responsibility of process, taking global roles, and working more as distributed team. Or in other material, sources, it's called extended work batch team. Classical shared service, it's not our target anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you can, if you standardize, you can automate. You do not need to know this. But to find solutions for automation, to find standardization in areas, this is our target. And we started to change us. And now we are in implementation of those changes. Mm-hmm. And of course, we face problem with this to implement, because on the paper, everything looks very nice. But when you have to implement, the big challenge is you do not have enough time for gain new competence and change your behavior.
Yeah.
And understanding.
So for you touched on automation, and of course, AI has to come up. What are you guys doing in terms of the further automation of processes, and how much are you using Gen AI, other types of AI tools? Are you using external advisors? Are you doing it all yourself in-house? Give us a bit of feel for that.
Yes. AI solution, I would split in few parts. One part, it's overall AI at Festo using, and the focus is more use AI in sales area. Mm-hmm. In sales area, and there we are implementing, we have internal teams, and also we work with external provider of this to implement AI solutions. Mm-hmm. Internally in Festo Lithuania, we have our Digi community, and we employed competence of our employees. We call them tech enthusiasts. We have drivers in the departments. Then we started we combine two things: process improvements using lean methodology. It's ADEX, it's administration excellence. It's from lean basic, and then automation tools from like Power BI, like Python, like macros and Excels, like Copilot and other things. And in this combination, now we work on area when we easily can reduce waste. For bigger solutions, we are together as in one basket with all solutions at Festo and managed by headquarters. But we are raising questions, and now we're working on this to find opportunities of this, because automation is one part, but to find what to automate. Yes. And to change process and to clean process, standardize, and then automate. We're working with this, we call it automation awareness. We have all campaign for all employees with awareness trainings, and we train our employees to see and to look for opportunities to automate or to reduce. Mostly we're working on this.
Okay. And can you name any vendors or specific tools? You mentioned Python, Copilot, anyone else that you're finding that works well or in a specific area like an F&A type of tool, any other specific vendors that you're using or not using?
I cannot answer because there are many. In every area we have difference, and some of them I cannot share because we are in still negotiation process. It's not contract done. I'm sorry, Tom, I cannot share. But it's mostly we use those. We are in this stage when we are using Microsoft solutions of this, but not any additionals.
Yeah. Okay. And you mentioned skills of your team and reskilling. Tell us a bit more about that. Are your teams interested? Are they embracing it? Are they nervous about it? I mean, what kind of skills retraining? Is it soft skills? Is it purely hardcore skills? Tell us a bit more about that. Because also your background is in HR. I understand you came up through the ranks of the HR side of it, right?
Yes, I joined Festo Lithuania in the head of HR position, and then it was my career path. But what we are skilling, it's combination. It's hard skilled and soft skill. In our strategy, we defined what our future critical competence, how we see, and from this, first of all, we recognize that we need critical thinking to strengthen our critical thinking and entrepreneurial mindset coming from manager side, but critical thinking to all employees, this, and how to be resilient, in uncertainty. It's from soft skills. Then with hard skills, mostly about how to use AI tools, what is available to everybody, how to use in daily work. On this, we work on this, on those digital competences and some of soft competences.
Great. Well, look, we'll check back with you at some point. I think we've created from a KPI, we created the value indicator, the VCI. Maybe we've come up with a new name, value creation indicator. So, Giedrė, thanks a lot. It's really interesting to hear what you guys are doing. It's amazing that you guys are 100 years old, still privately owned company, German company. Unbelievable successes that's been. So thanks for the insight into what you guys are doing in Kaunas. And I'm surprised. I did not know that you guys are so big and one of, if not the biggest, one of the biggest in Lithuania. So
yes, thank you, Tom.